Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Fresh Crits of Melbourne. We have got a special treat in store for you today, CX Nationals. And if you don't know what CX is all about, check this 45-second clip, and I will see you all on the other side. Stay tuned.
Oh! You look like you've had a tumble. Oh, there's another one!
Dude, this is your chance! This is your chance! Oh!
Oh, he's unclipped. That's... What, have you even got wheels? Just carrying your bike all day long. Oh! He's unclipped! Oh! Flacker! Just a little bit of build-up.
All right, we're back and we're straight into the racing. First corner here, and it's already on. This is CX racing at its best, where dive bombing is encouraged, and by purely making it down a hill, your partner goes, hey, well done for finishing, well done. This course was absolutely brutal. We are down in Ballarat for the Australian National CX Championships. It's the last one of the season. It's the first one I've done since Shep, so safe to say bike handling skills were very rusty. So this is, we're racing in the Masters race, and everyone gets pretty much set off at once. Well, it's in rows, but you get what I mean. And essentially, you're racing against everyone in your category. So I'm Masters 2, so I'm racing against anyone that has a 1-3 number plate. Now, as the race goes on, you have no idea who anybody is because it gets covered in mud. So essentially, you're just trying to beat whoever's in front of you, which makes things pretty tasty. So if you ever wanted a realization check that your bike handling's not that good, strap on some 33s and ride on mud, because it is a massive reality check. I don't know how many times I've crashed. That's number one, and I'm 2 minutes into the race, and already I'm covered in mud. This race was insane. I've never raced on anything like this before. But if you're ever curious about doing some CX, I cannot recommend it enough. It's so much fun you can have on a bike. But back to the race, we have 133, that's Connor, who finishes just one place behind me. We battle it out the entire race. 139, that's Richard, who were in a fierce battle the other day. So I'm going to introduce to you Paul Walker here.
Oh, go Lee, you've got him. Flacker's flailing, he doesn't like this muddy stuff.
Who has just been giving me constant abuse throughout this race. You'll see him a bit more later on. So we're taking this muddy corner here, and Richard bins it. And I got no place to go, so I go straight over it. But that's CX racing, that's what it's all about. You're having to do 350 watts just to pedal through this stuff. You're going sometimes 12 kilometers an hour, pushing 400 watts just to ride through it. It was insanely hard, this race. You're finding any part of the course where you can get the slightest bit of traction to stay up. All right, we skipped ahead as we come to the biggest feature of the CX Nationals course. It's called the mound, and it is an absolute beast, especially as the race continues. So during practice, I was able to ride up this one in gumboots, but as soon as your bike starts clogging up with mud and you lose all gears, you end up just having to walk your bike. And the problem is, when your bike gets more and more covered with mud, it adds 2 kilos at least to it. So you're hauling this 12-kilo bike up this hill every single time. It's absolutely ruthless. Now, as we get to the top, you got to battle with everyone else. You can see Lee slips, I slip down, and now it's just a running fest. You're just having to push your bike down here. So if I can just imagine if someone is watching this who has never seen a bike race before or a CX race, they're like, what is going on? This is absolutely ridiculous. You got to run up this other side here whilst copping abuse from the course marshal, telling me I'm already pushing my bike. It's only one lap in. I'm 173 beats, mate. I'm absolutely cooked already. And to make matters worse, Richard rides past me in seconds, almost nose breathing. It's on. Skipped ahead, we're on to lap 2 as I get hip and shouldered by someone in a higher Masters grade. We come around the first corner and the course is just getting chewed up more and more each lap. 530 watts just to get out of the corner going 12 kilometers an hour. How ridiculous is this sport, man? It's insane. So I'm battling it out here with Connor, I think. trying to make ways through, try not to overlap wheels or get your spokes caught in someone else's derailleur. It's absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so we've skipped ahead again. We're back on the mound. I'm once again pushing my bike, and Connor has just passed me. And I'm trying to find a way against these other riders, but you can't. You know, you can't just push past them. It's chaos. But what we'll do, we'll flick over to Paul's cam, back in time a little bit. This is what's going on in front of us.
Oh, he's on clip. That's on camera.
One guy goes down. Fortunately, doesn't stop it for the rest. This guy stacks in front of me. I'm not clipped in. I'm just hanging on for dear life trying to get around this corner. Meanwhile, behind me is a traffic jam. There's people everywhere. There's bikes stuck together. You can see Lee here in the pink helmet. He's in my group. He's trying to navigate his way through this. And people are walking down. Like, what is going on in this race? This is insane. It's an absolutely insane race. As soon as you start chucking all these different Masters races on the course, you get all these different ability and skill level. Oh, anyway, so we're back. I've made it down the hill. 178 beats. I am blowing, and I'm 13 minutes into this race. There's still 9.5 Ks to go. We're on to a long race, this one. But you haven't even seen the worst of the mud yet. We're riding into the chocolate mousse section in the trees. You can see we've got Connor in front of me here. We're going to slip back over to Paul's cam, and you can see how thick the mud is.
Flacker. Get through it, buddy. Get through it.
You can't even see the bottoms of the tyre.
Come on, get around those trees, buddy.
It is so thick and so slow. The only way you can make it through is by pedaling a semi-high cadence, but when there's so much mud in your gears, you can't shift up high enough on the cassette to spin it out. You just have to punch through. Thankfully, I've been doing 200 kilo squats at the gym, like Arnie, that this is no problem for me, and I managed to get through this section all right. Now it's just a traffic jam in front of you. Just when you thought just the mud alone was enough, then they've put these 40 centimetre barriers in here for you to hop over. Now, 15 minutes in, I'm still pretty fresh relatively, so I kind of hop, skip and a jump over them, look pretty professional doing that. But make sure you stick around, because as this race goes on and the legs start getting tired and the bike starts getting heavy, that hop, skip and a jump looks like more like a flop as I drag myself over those barriers. And it isn't until you round this corner here, this right-hander, and you jump onto the asphalt, it feels like your bike has been released. It's been given wings, because you've gone from cruising at 10 kilometers an hour, you're almost doubling it, more than doubling it, 25 Ks, and that's pretty slow, all things considered. But after you've been riding for 10 Ks an hour, you feel like you're hitting light speeds going 28 Ks an hour. So that doesn't last long. We make that right-hand corner straight into the mud, and those speeds dissipate once again. So we skipped ahead to 34 minutes, and to be honest, things have been going okay. I've been keeping within myself. I've been riding a nice tempo. I think, I'm going to say second, but I'm definitely third, I reckon, at the moment. But all of a sudden, the bike's starting to feel really weird, and it's covered in mud, and the chain comes off the chainring, and it's a 1x narrow wide teeth, and it still jumps off. There is so much mud in the chainring that the chain has lifted off and it's thrown into the inside. So I've dropped, you just saw Lee go past another rider. I've now dropped down to essentially 4th or 5th. Just in that one little mistake. Well, not even a mistake, it just happens. This is why you see when you watch the Euros and even the first men's, the A-grade men's, you see them having bike changes. So I'm swearing at Paul, being like, where's your friggin' bike, mate? Why didn't you bring your bike? My bike weighs an absolute ton. Obviously, no one in Masters is doing bike swaps. You got to be a bit of a flog to do that. But, you know, I'm not here to pass judgment, but drop the chain. And in doing so, drop 2 places, but you can't get in your head. You got to stay positive. Now, it's all about the fight back. So I skipped ahead about 5 minutes, and fortunately for me, anyway, I've been able to make some ground up on Lee, who ditched it on the mound running wide, so I was able to come in underneath him and try to put him under pressure on the back of this lap. But it isn't until we get to this corner where it's one I've taken already like 4 times. Lose my front wheel underneath me, and you can see Lee's right on my wheel, passes me straight. You can see how much mud is on the front wheel. And I don't know how many times I've actually said this throughout this video, is covered in mud. But I mean, it's at another level. Like legs, there's mud in my fingers, so I want to take my gloves off now. I'm got to be 3-4 kilos heavier with all this thick mud. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Does this look like the peak of fun to you? If so, give me a like, throw me a comment. I'd love to see it at the next CX. But that's enough. Let's skip a bit forward. Let's see if I can peg back a couple more places. So I've just got up from the crash and I'm chasing down Lee and I forgot about the barriers. Now, this is how you're supposed to do it. I just found this clip online. Look, some guys jump over it, they hit it with speed, hop over. Yeah, make it look pretty easy, right? Now, this is how I do it. Get off the bike at 5 kilometers an hour, pick up my 12 kilogram bike, fully covered in mud. If Wout or Matthew are watching this, yep, I'll hit me up below, boys. I'll give you some tips later on. Anyway, let's get back to this race, see if I can claw back any positions in this national championship. All right, so we've skipped ahead. 2.2 Ks left in this national championship. I think I'm sitting at around, I'm going to say 4th, 5th, maybe. But my run of bad luck continues as I drop the chain again on the front chain ring.
Talk about SRAM quality.
And then I'm just copping this.
Give us a wave, son.
Copping that all day. Copping that all day. Oh, and at this stage, I'm pretty flat, if I'm completely honest. I've had more crashes than I've had chicken dinners. I've dropped the chain twice. I nearly stuck it around this corner. Drifting all over the place. I can't even make it round just a normal right-hand corner without binning it. It is just, I just want this race to be over at this stage. I am done. I have to, my shifters are bent all out of shape. I'm absolutely a mess. Absolutely a mess. Just get me home, get me in warm showers already. We're in the closing stages of this race. My handlebars have not only been bent in, you can see the shifters are bent in, but they've also tilted down now. So I'm in this awkward aero CX sort of style. And no gloves, obviously ditched them earlier. I just want to get to the finish. It's just up ahead. I'm so ginger through that corner, I don't want to bin it. I'm currently 6 and I'm sprinting for 6 actually. With all the power I've got left in my legs, that's 5th up ahead. I crossed the line for 6. And I'm just so happy that is over. I'm so happy I'm done. I just want to get someone to spray me with a hose. Absolutely cooked. That's pretty much a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching once again. If you do like all the videos that I put up, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time. And if you want to do some CX races, hit me up. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two. Thanks, everyone. Ciao.